The Daily Mail has details of Putin's latest speech. We go into the other details. I once again find myself unnervingly close to him on all culture war issues.
Well, this is it. Putin mocks Church of England's plan to use gender-neutral terms for God. So essentially, Putin lied, and he's did everything to sort of argue that he's not this evil warmonger despot, but he did have it right when it comes to the Church of England. Which
Cognitive dissonance.
Yes, it's strange. We're heading towards a spiritual catastrophe because of the Church of England's recent decision to explore gender-neutral terms. And he said, may God forgive them for not... So he's actually already respecting our terminology, the they, them. And also he's talking about the blessings of same-sex marriages and how... But if he moved to Scotland, he'd be fine.
Yes, that's
true.
He
doesn't need to worry about
that. Wonder whether he... he likes to present his image of himself as a Christian leader of established church in Russia and so on, and there is a sort of close bond. And I assume the Russian Orthodox is still quite a powerful force in Russia. Do you think... What I'm getting at is, do you think that they think that we're still essentially a Christian country on which an ungendered God is being imposed?
I'm sure there's something in that. Of course, you assume, don't you, that other peoples are like yourselves always. And this is good red meat, isn't it? For the public, clearly. It works very well. You know, you can see how it might.
And America is
very well here.
America is dishing it up as well. You know, they have their transgender admiral and all the rest of it, and I'm sure he's quite capable of finding some juicy tidbits to chuck to the crowds from America's side as well.
Yes. Yeah, and it's interesting. I think the real essence of his continuing popularity in Russia, this is a very interesting point, his approval ratings are something up in the high 80s.
Are they really?
Absolutely. So
you trust them?
Apparently, this is the case. I mean, obviously, you will allow for bias, but nonetheless... Apparently, his approval ratings are incredibly high. And what's amazing, I think, is that even in an internet age and in a society as relatively developed as Russia, you can still control the media narrative by clamping down on all dissent and controlling the media.
But he did something even cleverer than that, because I read a book about what Moscow, and what he does is he allows this controlled dissent. So he actually encourages these little parties, invest money in them and allows them the freedom, and the same with the different TV stations and whatnot.
But you know there are people who believe that term controlled opposition is used of a lot of people, including people on this very channel.
Well,
sure.
But
you'll see it
has
discussed.
Been proven that
he does it, yes.
I just wanted to say also, this whole, God, because when it came out a few weeks ago, I wasn't doing the show, was in Judaism there isn't this idea of gendered God, because there's no Jesus,
really?
So it's not like a male...
So it is possibly a Jewish plot then, this?
Well, everything. But the idea is that God is unknowable, so to attribute male, female to that...
Absolutely. It's a tradition which has emerged as much from Michelangelo and Giotto and that sort of thing as much as it has from the Bible itself, isn't it? Yeah.
Judaism, we like to think of God as a bush.
Well, good as a bush. But there are passages in the Old Testament where God is... he is clearly personal, he's masculine, and he's a bit of a warmonger at times, isn't he? I mean, he's a sort of warlord.
You don't want to mess with him, her, they, them.
Wasn't Mary brought in to feminise the concept of a masculine God?
I believe so. That's from the Da Vinci Code. Don't try and cover that.